Kubor ka Batesi TV. Lawan Rashapi da ka Orange Nissan Loom Sopo near Fire Brigade Shillong. Ringkat bat ka net foodish. Ordar mapi. Minwan ra mangi hakerdog ying jongpi.
Sa sisimpat, kum way ni kinong song jong ka Jylla Meghalaya ngamla ban peipang ban smuthu ban tipru ikajingmut jong ka Sorkar Meghalaya ka bala penmi igani ko ordar menhinin kasngi ka khatsal tarik jong gunai jiliu arajar arfuway ha ka ba kala ai gata ka ordar leni gata ka notification ba baro ki nongshong dukan batru ki baterai ki dukan ki dei ban ai ya kata ketika leni kata ki injection ka ban yada no uknyang jingpang COVID-19 batru akan ko ordar la ong ba ki driver taxi ki driver jom ki kali ki bakit ya ki passenger bat kumta terter makiru klempep bat klem artatin ki dei ban ai ya uni u COVID vaccine leni ya uta injection ban yada na ka jingpang coronavirus khat khandai kay pada ko penlengo yang ni kalong ba la ai gani ko order but ru la permi ru ya ka deadline lani kata katarik ke bakadu ba Kynnoh ki bamyo ya uta u inject lani ya uta u injection nadu ka arfu sau tarik anom sya syu ban pli gidukan bat ru anom sya syu ban kamai bat kumta ter sa sisen nga syukwa ang ni ban ong ba kani kalong ke ba kum kinong song jong ke Jylla Meghalaya kum kinong song jong ka ni ko perthei borok ko wei namar ba kum bangitip ba kani ke jing penmi jong ka ordar na ka Sorkar Meghalaya na kalyang jong ka Sorkar bat ru na ki nong peniyat ya kani ke Jylla Meghalaya ke jungi ha baki penmi kum ki notification dan kum ki ordar kalong ke ba omla ban Pdeng bat ru kalong ke ba kata shisha ya ki pat ba jong kani ke Jylla balik ngong kumni namar ba kani kajing ai order jong ke Sorkar Meghalaya kalong kumban Pynbor gi pat ba bagi di ban le ke ba long persya ya kajing kwa batru ya kamon balai loit kejongki ngi ba kani kajing ai uni Tika covid khat khandai ngi ba kani ke Sorkar menta ke Sorkar Meghalaya kejungi ke Pynbor bi ki pat ba balada kim ai ya uni Tika kinom sya syu ban le kumni kinom sya syu ban le kumtai bat kinom sya syu ban pli dukan kinom sya syu ban nya kali bat kinom sya syu ban le ki ba ki le man kasni ini ijing ai order iba penmi ha ka khat sau tarik I let's say in long ita ijing sedang jong ki bobon ki order ki ban mi ne syakmat ki order ki ban mi ne syakmat le say kan long ki kena la dakim ai Tika kinom la shu ban le school ye ki beri ki balik ki yeng maniru le say kata kepuar kan poi ba ki bam ai Tika ki bam ai vaccine kinom la ban le yeng manishu kinom la shu ban le syayo syahat kinom la shu ban ye kendu para beriu bahayeng bat kumta ter kani kejing le jong Sorkar ban Pynbor ya no kamlong ka basngo tenan badru kamla ban long kumni namar baki beriu man we beriu don ye kata kamon balai loi kum mangin syu ong ni haba beliu thau yingi ki beriu ru u ai yingi kita kamon balai loi bangin ji ka babha ba ko besniu te kum no kan ka Sorkar ka bamenta kinong yalam ki bamenta kim pet khmi binya ya kani kim tip ya kijing jong ki pat ba kim snap kijing snow jong ki pat ba bat ki shule bet da ka bor ka ba omla ban Pdeng kijing ayu new vaccine coronavirus ban yada na u na kijing kata kijing u ban shu Pynbor ki pat ba nga snow kamlong ka badai batru ka ba omla ban Pdeng namar ba ngi ba keleng kiri ha ka perthei nadu kiri ki bestad ki banang bestad kum kiri Amerika kum kiri Europe kiri Sydney bat ki wei khamtam ru habangi pe ya ke Jylla ki bobon apo kiri India ke jungi ngimpat yi bat ngampat jui ka order ka ba an direct le an pha be ya ki pat ba jong ki ta ki Jylla bat ru jong kiri ka perthei ba ki dei be ban ai ya uta vaccine kani kecing ayu ni vaksin dah ka Pynbor hatu kalong mandatory lene kalong compulsory ngimla ban suthu bat ngamla ban Pdeng ya kani namar ba kecing suthu kejungi kadang long kabaduna ba ban suthu syapang kata kecing ai ya uniu vaksin badru kumno ngila ban yadai uniu kunyang jimpang hatu kajing ai jungi uniu vaksin kan shulong no daka jing Pynbor jong nore ni kadai da kamon sngubha bat kamon balai luit de jong ka Sorkar India lengba u Myntri jong ka kwat kakhia jong ka Sorkar India u Dr. Harshvardhan ngelai i bah ka arphuwei tarik jong u benai no pra jong mensyam snem arjar arphu ngelai i bah hakitu ke por ha shwaba kin penmi ya uni u vaksin la ne uni Tika ban ai ki pat ba u Dr. Harshvardhan hakitu ka statement ke jong u ula ong ba on don bala mano ban Pynbor ya upat ba ya une ya kabriu bakin ai ya kata ketika ke statement ke jong u Dr. Harshvardhan u Union Health Minister u ongkum ni the coronavirus vaccine cannot be forced upon anyone but the government will educate and give the right information to people about it kabumut ka Sorkar ka benta ke jongka kadai bahkan le ya kani kadai ban le ya kani ka bamut bahkan ai ke jing hikai ki badai biang ki ba yahab badru ban pensuthu ki pat ba shaphang kani ke injection coronavirus mdei bikin force yano mdei bikin Pynbor yano but yano bakin ai ya uni vaccine shushu Harshvardhan wongkum ni vaccine hesitancy issues will be addressed through education. The government will spread awareness and educate people about the vaccine that this is for their own good and benefit. Hagaktin kasi ngala ban ongkum ni babun ki pat ba ki arthatin ban ai ya uni Tika vaccine. Kumta ka kamram jo ka Sorkar ka dei ban pensapriang ya ka khubor ba balai don kam ban ai yo vaccine. Henry u Harshvardhan u ong hang ne ba dan mano bala ban Pynbor ya une ya ka ban ai ya une u vaccine kabumut haba ka Sorkar Meghalaya ka Pynbor yu pat ba ban ai une vaccine kalong persya ya gajing kren jong u Dr. Harshvardhan u ba long u Union Health Minister u ba de u Myntri u pe ka kam ya ka kwat ka khia ha kari India kabumut haba ka Sorkar Meghalaya ka keren bat ka hukum iki pat ba baki dai ban ai be uni vaccine kum mangala ong ba menta ki nong shong dukan bat ku nong nya kali bat kum ta ter kamut ki pen ken lani ki le persya e kata ka ba u Dr. Harshvardhan ukren bat ka ba u Dr. Harshvardhan u ai bat usami kita ka kubor syabaro ki nong shong jong kari India ba omdan mano bala ba omdan mano bala ban Pynbor ba omdan mano bala ban force yano ban ai ya uni Tika klem kamon klem ka jingkwa badru klem ka jingbit na une na kabriu ban ai ya uni Tika shu ngakwa banong hang ni ba kajingle jong ka Sorkar Meghalaya ban Pynbor kani kami ko order na po ka Sorkar kalong ban Pynbor hiki pat ba bakin day baik ban ai ya uni Tika ngan supuli yepi hak hadaka kitin nong way ya ka ba la tho akane ka jing tho the word force have a clear legal meaning. It's for sure illegal to force some people to do things against their will using some means. Kabumun haba don manor ba Pynbor yu phi ban le igano ka da ka ba don kam yaki wei pa de kilat kilenti khnang ban pen yo lani ban pelong khaw ye kata ka ba kimut kamut kane kalong ke ka ba persya ya ka ain brio ya ka ain blay but kham tam le ya ka human rights haba don ba force lani haba don ba Pynbor yu phi ban shim ya kani ketika klem ka mon sngubha ka jungpi kane kalong against human rights outlined in the International Bill of Rights kabumut habaki Pynbor kamut kakta ya ka right to life, right to liberty, and personal security kabumut ka kta ya ka hok long briu man briu ya ka hok jing lai doi badru ya ka jinglong jingman ka ba haladi lani kata ka personal security kabumut ikata ka jingsanya daladi yaladi nangta ka human rights outlined ka ba dona po ka international bill of rights ka kentuk ru ka jingpen ken ya ka right to privacy ka bumut privacy ngela sutu ba kamut ba ya ka hok ka ba David tangjong pi shimet nangta ngi isu ba kani ka jing Pynbor jong ka Sorkar Meghalaya ban ya ki pai ba ki ban ai ka ketika kalong ru ba kimut ban dekat no ya kata ka hok ban trei namar ba haba kini ki nong shong dukan batru ki di nong ya kali ki nya ki kali ki di ki jungki kamut ba ki trei tementa da ka ba Pynbor ki bakin ai kini ketika bat la da kim ai kini ketika kamut bakin nom sya shu ban pli dukan nom sya shu ban nya kali bat kum ni kum tai ter ka pamut ki khanglat ki pai ba bakin trei ke khanglat iki pai ba bakin trei badru ki pen kenru iki ne ka ain ka bumut the right to participate in to work badru ban penpau ye kata ka freedom of opinion and expression ka bumut kimla shu bakin le ye gnu ka kam ka bakimut namar ba la khanglat la don kini ko order ba la da phim kloi ban ai vaccine kamut nginom sha shu yupi ban le kum ni ba nginom sha shu yupi ban le kum tai kane ka long ke ek bakta shisha ya ka hok long briu man briu jungi ngi iba bon kiri ki ba start ka perthai kumangan shu ai nuksa ni ka ri America u Joe Biden u president jong kari America u ong kum ne by May every American adult who wants a vaccine will be eligible to get in line for a shot. Kabamot hang ni uklem Pynbor uklem everybody is mandatory to be vaccinated and rei ba who wants to a vaccine will be eligible. Kabamot Kynnoh ki bakwa ban ayu ni coronavirus vaccine lani Tika kila ban le kumta kataru da kejing menjur jongki ngangam sutu shu gani ke Sorkar Meghalaya ka kwa ban force ni la ne ban Pynbor ni bingin shibu ni vaccine kamut ayu klem kejing mon jumpai ba klem kejing kwa klem kata ka mon na lede kumnu ngila ban force la ne ban Pynbor ki breu ngangam sutu ngi yo ki minister ngi yo ki ne ki nong penyat ini Sorkar ki pemerintah ki bom sutu ya ka kia ka shon jumpai ba ki bom sutu ya kejing mut jung ki pai ba kamut baki shu force ki brio ban le genu ka ba ki brio kimpat pediang la ne kimpat long lokloi bakin shim ya kata kejing le ka jungki da kamon sngub ha le jong kumba ka long menta ngi i ba ka Sorkar Meghalaya pa klem ong i halor kene ka klem bot kata kejing keren jung Dr. Harshvardhan hente kala shu mi be kini notification ba badi ban ai be uni vaccine lem kumta lada phim ai pin sapoi sya ka ba kane ke de ke kum nong song jong ka Jylla Meghalaya ngamla pan pediang namar ba kane kala long kumba shu Pynbor ya ki pai ba jong ka Meghalaya bakin shim ya uni vaccine hang ni shushu ka Sorkar India ka ongru ngan karen ni phi de ka tin ngan police phi de ka tin nong wei ku ba ka ong the government of India has made it clear that permission will be sought from an individual before giving them the vaccine shots. Kabumut ka Sorkar ka de ban shim ya ka jingmenjur na ki pai ba shwa ban ai ya uni vaccine. Ngidi masutu bahang ni ngidi ban puli bahang ni ba kamut ba ka Sorkar ha ba kamut ban ai uni vaccine ni Tika coronavirus ka de ban shim ya ka jingmenjur jong ki pai ba klem ka jingmenjur jong pai ba nginom la ban Pynbor nginom la ban shim gini ka rai ban Pynbor be ya ki pai ba bon ki ba phone nga ki ba kli ya nga ba nginile ko no mentang ngila sya Pynbor ba Sorkar kadiban ban ai ngi utaw vaccine ba ladang ngimshim utaw vaccine kamut ngila do ka kamay gijungi ngila do kali kawan ngila do kumni kuptai bat kani let's say kalong ka iki ka bakta ka minsim gijunga namarba hakaway nakiway ka por kani kan kta lang yabaro kan kta lang yabaro bat kan effect lang yabaro kay ka banga kwa ban ong ni ba kumikini kinong penyat gini Sorkar mentana do Chief Minister, I will say this in English. Take into accounts the wishes and the liberty of the people and the freedom of choice of the citizens. Do not force things upon people which they do not like. I am not against vaccine. I am not against the administering of vaccines to the people, to the needy citizens. Whoever wants. If I want a vaccine, I can always go to the centers, to the health centers to get myself vaccinated. But you cannot force upon me to be vaccinated, because if you force things upon me, this is not gonna be good. Because if you force a person, it is not going to look good. It is instead, in fact, it is going to get uglier. If I am hungry, I will eat at my own free will. I will eat because I choose to eat. Nobody can force me, even if I'm hungry. But I do not want to eat a specific kind of food. That you have to respect, because it's my freedom of choice. It's my freedom of privacy. You know, I am entitled. The World Human Rights Commission have entitled me to get things straight. That I am the master of my own body. If I want things to be done to me, I will get things to be done to me at my own free will. Nobody can force me, because if somebody forces me, it is not going to get good. It is not going to look good. Therefore, this is the message that I have to the district administration. I have nothing against anybody, no grudge against anybody, but this is a fact. You cannot force things upon people when they do not like it. You cannot force people to do things when they do not have a choice. If I want things to be done, I should get things done at my own will and at my own liberty. The coronavirus vaccine cannot be forced upon anybody, but the government will educate and give the right information to people about it. To get right information about the coronavirus to the people. And as we have seen now, the government of Meghalaya is not doing enough to educate people, to tell people about the vaccine. But now we are having an order that we are forced to take the vaccine. This goes to the Chief Minister of Meghalaya. This is a direct message to you, that you cannot force people to do things. You cannot force the vaccine upon me. You cannot force anything upon me unless I wish it to be. And we see that the government of Meghalaya going against the statement that has been said and uttered by the Honorable Health Minister of India, Dr. Harshvardhan. I have no choice. But what I intend to do and what I will be doing shortly is to shoot a letter directly to the Union Health Minister, Dr. Harshvardhan, and also to other officials of the central government to stop this forced vaccination drive against the citizens of Meghalaya, which is against their will. There are many people who do not want to be vaccinated here, but the government, we have seen it in the notifications issued by the government and the district administration, that it is forcing people to take the vaccine. And if they do not take the vaccine, they will not be allowed to open their shops. They will not be allowed to drive the vehicles. They will not be allowed to do this, to do that, which is not acceptable. So it is the work of the government, it is the duty of the government to first educate the people about coronavirus vaccine. Because if the government had done enough, if the government will be doing enough to educate about the effects, to educate about the good of the coronavirus vaccine, even those people who hesitate to give the coronavirus vaccine will, out of their own free will go and get themselves inoculated, vaccinated, and get the coronavirus jab. But if the government have not done enough to educate people, even a person who is willing to get himself or herself vaccinated will not do so. Therefore, prioritize educating the people about the coronavirus vaccine instead of forcing them. Therefore, I am telling the government, urging the government in fact, to take this necessary step, which is do not force coronavirus vaccine upon people when they are not willing to. You cannot force, because if you force, you are going against human rights. As I've said in the previous Kasi version of mine, that human rights have outlined in the International Bill of Rights that if you force something upon anybody, you are depriving them of the right to life, the right to liberty, and the right to personal security, and also the right to privacy. And the district administration and the state government have also issued a direction that people who do not get themselves vaccinated will not be allowed to work, which is again another deprivation of the right to work for people. Therefore, what I am telling you now is get this scrapped. Let people get vaccinated by themselves at their own free will, and at their own liberty. Nobody can force upon them. Nobody can ask them to get vaccinated forcefully with an order, which is not acceptable. A piece of paper is just an order. You cannot play with the lives and the personal liberty of an individual. Therefore, with these few words, and I will say again in Khasi, ba halor kini kajing ai hukum juga Sorkar Meghalaya ba baro kidei ban sya ban ai uni injection coronavirus lam kumta kinom sya syu ban pledukan kinom la syu ban pledukan kinom la syu banyak kali kumta terter kalong ke bakla ban halor kini ngan mentahi sa sipangan pha de kajing tho sya sya ke health department kepada jong Sorkar India ba ke bakal le ke Sorkar Meghalaya kalong persya ke jing kren jong Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan ban halor kani ngakermen ba ke Sorkar Meghalaya kan shimkhia halor kumne lani kata ka shong ka jing penbet jong Sorkar namar kumbangi i menta ba kani ka jing penyat kani ke Sorkar Meghalaya ya kani ka state ke jung iru kala long hewaya kayat ka chabomon ki kenrum kenram ga bayede bat ki kam jung ka kwat ka khia bat kum ta ter tengam ko ban batai start alor kani ngalakren yu ngalakren halor kani ko nongrim ko pementa bat ngakermen ba Sorkar Meghalaya kan shim ka sinjam ko badai ka ban long pro people ka ban long pro poor ka ban long pro life ka bomon aga kitin khasi ba ka dei ban le ikino ko kam ka bayade nakabanta jing bahajing miat jong upai ba kata ka bangakwa namar balada kalong kumni kumba kalong menta penmi order penmi ki notification ka bakta ai upai ba kanete kumunong song jong Jylla Meghalaya nganom lapan pediang lanuru namar ba kamlong ka bade ha ti tangkini ngakermen ba ka Sorkar Meghalaya kan shim kini gilat klenti bat nakalang ka jonga ngan tho sya ka Union Health Ministry ngan pha kawai ka message mentayu Dr. Harshvardhan ba kumigani ka notification ka penmi ka Sorkar Meghalaya deban scrap na shisundan te tangkini ngakermen ba kinle ka bodon kam na ka banta ka jing bahajung pai ba na ka banta ka jing bentoy jung pai ba om na ka banta tang ban shu penmi order ku bangalat om shisin ba kamlong ko babaha ban shu penmi order na me secretariat kamlong ko babaha ban penmi order tang hakil press conference namar ba ke ka baja ha yeng hasem ke baja haki imlang salang dan betip nomor ba kalau ko besuk ban ai order na sekretariat kalau ko besuk ban ai order na po jakashom Henry pim su thu pat ya ke bakta ha ke imlang salang badru ke jing im jong ki pat ba man kasni dia tang kini ngakar men ba baro kitshim galat kinti ke biang nomor ba kumbangala ong ba every action has a reaction tiga bumut man ka wei pa ko ke jing le ka don be ke jing kta ti tang kini ke kentien nga ai nga kermen ba kini sngap nga bat lada don kam ban le ke nang ni shikmat ngin yai le be na ka benta ke jing ba jung pai ba namar ba ngai i ha ke por mden ba keren manu ke isu jung pai ba ngam ban se ban keren ngam jumi perthai ri menta hab mi perthai namar ba ka kta ke imlang salang ka kta ke jing im jung pai ba ka kta ke jing im ge jong ashmet batru ya yang gesem ge jonga ka kta kumta ngahab ban mi namar ba ngi im ngini ke perthai ngi de ban yarap iwe ngi de ban yada iwe batru ngi de ban yasno kti lang ha ban le genu ka kam ka bade na ka benta pai ba